How about connection? There is, when I ain't feeling you, there is absolutely, and I make sure there is no connection. I make sure if you, some of you, ladies, y'all know how to do this better than anybody I know in the world. See how she just did? I just saw it, Diamond. When you want to ensure that nobody gets it wrong, by no means can you misinterpret this. There is absolutely no connection. So the way I make sure there's no connection is there's no eye contact, there is no touch, and even my body is turned away from you. So if I'm talking to you and I'm like this, yeah, all right, yeah. You asking questions, I'm steady way back here. Yeah, I'm just walking and you talking. You like, well, wait, I just want to know. Yeah, it's okay. There is absolutely no connection. Yes, sir.
As an usher, we see that every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
They come through the door, they get their boogie, and when I say good morning, turn their heads away from it.
And you sitting there trying to give them the program, they just take it out your hand.
I walk right past and don't sit next to it.
Watch this. If I'm that type of person, I don't really. First of all, I don't connect with there are some people that don't connect with anybody. They're just a loner. They're just not a lonely. I said they are a loner. That means I don't deal with nobody. Sometimes, again, it all goes back to the family. If you've been a loner all your life, when I come to church, I'm still going to be a loner. I don't care how much you try to tell me to touch my neighbor. I ain't touching my neighbor. Pastor, you can go and say that one. I ain't touching my neighbor, never again. And watch this. And they probably don't need to touch me again. You ever sat next to that person? They say, I wish you would. Don't touch me. I don't care what he said. Don't touch me. But there are some people that's their thing, is they're distant. There's no connection. And because I've never had a connection with anybody else, it's hard for me to receive a connection from other people, especially in the church. But then there's the person also that needs physical touch, and because I've never got it in the right way, then I'm looking for it in some bad places. So any touch would do. See the difference in that? There's some children that have that in a bad way because my parents never even took the time to hug me. So if anybody touches me in any way, good, bad, or indifferent, I'm going to receive it because that's what I've been needing the whole time. And see, what happens is you say, well, how can somebody live like that? But it's because that's my language. But nobody took the time to see that's what I need.
That's why a lot of young girls and things, men prey on them like that because they lack the attention that they have at home, so they go outside.
And many of us sitting here today, we got a little complex about the touch thing. We really do. And the more we try to teach love, the more I'm wrecking your nerve. Some of y'all wish he changed the theme. I mean, can't it be like where joy happens or something? Can it be where peace happens? Or why I gotta be love? Why I gotta be? I don't want to love my neighbor. I don't want to be all nice to people and hey and touching and shaking hands and hugging. You hug them. And hear this. The interaction between people is so important because if you notice, a lot of times when people go looking for a church, I don't care how good the choir is. I don't care how wonderful the worship service is. if there's no connection, they don't stay.
That's right. That's right.
Because see, what y'all think is it's up to me to keep people here. Because see, way before they get to me, they get to you. And watch this. Before the end of service, they have already determined whether or not I'm ever going to come here again. Because they came in and sat next to you. With your mean self. You wouldn't say hi. You scooted over as far as you could. You sitting on top of somebody else, trying not to sit next to them. Y'all don't believe me? How many of y'all been on the airplane trip? Let me see. Raise your hand. You been on the plane? You been on the plane? All right, when you get on the plane and it's a full flight, y'all know y'all hate to hear that word. When they say, we're going to have a full flight, you say, oh, Lord. Because you know that means you about to be sitting next to 4 people for 4 hours. So when you see them coming on your row, you start praying like, Lord, let them pass this road. Lord, they are stopping right here. Oh, they putting their stuff on it. They going to sit right here. Please let it be the other seat. Please let it be the other seat. And then they come and scoot in right there. All of a sudden, you almost inside the window trying to keep from touching them. Because we don't like to be touched. And the same thing applies here. Because we have tainted touch. When I say physical touch, our mind automatically went the wrong way, didn't it? Y'all thought I was about to be raunchy in here. Y'all thought I was about to be all whatever. And that's because we have tainted touch. With eyes? With TV? Has TV tainted touch? Music has tainted touch. See what I'm talking about? How you can take a word that is meant to be a good word and you turn it into something negative. It's going to be packed Friday night, I guarantee you, because they already saying, oh Lord, he's going to be talking about physical touch. We already know. It's about to be something. And it is. But ain't we with y'all? That's why we don't talk about that Bible study. So I want you to see there's a difference in what you've been getting and what you should be getting. Because watch this. If you go into a place that you've never been before, and I tell you, like y'all did sometimes, and I say, where's your restroom? And you say, it's down there. Down where? Down there. So now I got to go and find it myself. All right, fine. Where is that? It's down there. Now watch this. Now if you come and say, where's the bathroom? I say, oh, it's over here. Let me show you where it's at. Now you feel like, wow, you really care enough to at least go show me where it's at. And every one of us have been in that kind of situation where you would tell that the person you was talking to care less whether you found it or not. I've been in somebody's kitchen. I'm looking for a glass, opening up every shelf. Excuse me, where your glass at? It's in that top shelf. Which one? Show me that you at least give a care. So what you got to make sure is especially in the house of God, who loves everybody, how is it that you're going to choose who you going to love? How many of us, and this is the honesty rule because you're in church, how many of us, when it's time to hug your neighbor, you hug pretty much the same people every time? Thank you, Don. Thank you, Don. I'm glad you're honest. Anybody else? You pretty much hug the people you know. How many of us hug visitors on purpose? You make it your business. If don't nobody else get hugged, I'll make sure I get to the visitors. Good. Oh, so I don't need to have, so I should have so many visitors now. Because all y'all hugging, then I don't have to worry about it, right? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna show y'all the video, so you can see when hugging time come about. There's gonna be some people sitting right in here that ain't gonna move, and then because they're not gonna move, you ain't moving towards them, and there's gonna be some people over here that y'all gonna hug each other 4 times. You gonna hug, boom, and then you gonna turn, and you gonna hug, and then you gonna turn back around and hug them again, like you done hugged 5 people. You can't hug your mama twice and count that.
I got a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, some people might feel like, what's the purpose of them doing it when they don't feel it anyway?
Mm-hmm.
As you said, go back to God knows your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, some people know they know who they're not going to hug.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know that person don't want to be bothered with them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If you know you're going to get a bother from that person, have these folks in church know who they going to hug, because they know everybody else, if they don't want to be bothered with them, they ain't going to hug them back.
Mm-hmm.
They already know that.
Yep. See, there's a
They're just doing it
difference.
because you said.
That's it.
Hear this. All 5 are love languages. And all 5 are in the house.
I understand what you're saying.
So hear this. I'm not telling you that's got to be yours. I'm telling you it is somebody else's. So therefore, we cover all 5. Because everybody needs something when they come in here. I don't know what you need. But if you notice throughout the service, we're going to meet all 5. I notice that? We're going to meet all 5. But somebody need a hug. Somebody had a rough week and you felt like giving up and you ain't know who to talk to and you just stressed out and you say, I wish somebody just pay me a little attention, and then here come you hugging somebody. I don't even know you, but that hug felt like it's all right. See the difference?
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I'm...
So you just saying it's just some people that don't.
There you go.
But just don't hug your husband twice, yeah? I'm just saying. Because y'all know how y'all do. We hug cousins and auntie and cousin and auntie and cousin, auntie, cousin. And act like I ain't seen it.
What if you in this area here and you don't get to that area over there?
That means you've been hugging a lot of people.
Rock out. You can't get out.
You can't get out. So that means you probably need to start over here then. Yeah, see, I know what I'm telling you. I see it. I see it. Whoever up front, whoever at altar call, they gonna hug each other. Then when y'all get through an altar call hugs, you have met your quota. Because you don't hug nobody else. You hug everybody here, and you go right and sit down. I told y'all, there's some funny stuff going on in church. Y'all just gotta see it from my perspective. All right. But everybody needs something. That's why I want to make it a point. If you can remember who you hugged every week, you might need to shift some things. That's why I told you. How many of y'all did it too? I asked y'all to sit in a different place Sunday. Anybody do it? You did sit in a different place. You did. How did it feel? It felt different.
Yeah.
You felt funny. You like, I'm supposed to be over there. See, because like if you wasn't sitting over there tonight, I'd be like, yeah, something wrong. But if you try to sit in a different place, you're gonna meet different people, and you might be surprised. You've been sitting next to a person that talk your ears off every Sunday. Don't we teach our kids, if somebody talking to you, why don't you move your seat so you don't get in trouble? That's what Pastor's saying. Maybe you need to move your seat so you don't get in trouble. Maybe we need to shift some things so that I meet somebody new every Sunday. Maybe if I see a visitor, maybe I should be the one to go over there and make sure they feel welcome. And I sit next to them and hey, you need an envelope? You need a program? You really need to come to Bible study. See the difference? So when I get up to make announcements and I say somebody needs to be a Bible study, all I'm doing is confirming what you've already done. That's love. But y'all leave all the work up to me. You love them. I ain't got to love them. I mean, that sounds good and all. 1 Corinthians, yeah, we going to read it, but we doing that on purpose. I want you to say some words that you mean. When you read love is patient, I want you to just be patient. Love don't envy. That's right. So our actions got to match what we say. So when we hug somebody, I recognize it is a form of love. Now, if you don't hug me back, it's okay. Don't get because y'all be getting mad. I wish I would hug him again. I bet you that. Don't hug him no more. I bet you that. I told you my aunt was here a few weeks ago, and she said, now you know me. I said, yeah, I know, and I was scared. I think she was sitting next to you. Yes. She said, I was sitting next to this man, and he kept touching. You said touch your neighbor. He kept touching, and he hugged me. And I said, I know you, because she don't play. She don't, the hug thing, she don't do it. So she was real, uncomfortable. But watch this. Yeah. She was real uncomfortable. But watch this. It didn't stop. See, what happens is, when people know that you're going to love them, and when we say I love you and ain't nothing you can do about it, we're not going to stop loving people just because, it offends one or two people, because if that ain't your thing, that ain't your thing. But there's a reason why that ain't your thing. And I told her, I already know. You don't deal with nobody. If she shake your hand, she got Purell as soon as she get through. But that's her. But you tell her she look nice, brightens up. That's words of affirmation. That's why I say you got to encourage somebody while you're here. Somebody needs an encouraging word. Somebody needs, they have their birthday and they told you about it. Bring them something. Happy birthday. I got you a gift. Wow, you did. Don't nobody bring me no gifts. You ever heard somebody say that? I ain't never got no gift. Why don't you surprise me and get them something? See how y'all looking like, I wish I would. But that is going to make the difference. That makes the difference. And here's another thing is we look at the scope of the church. Not only do people look at how the congregation treats and connects with other people or with each other, amen to that. But they also look at how the pastor connects with the people. And one thing that people say all the time is, I don't believe you just be all shaking hands and hugging people and all that, because my pastor, when they get through preaching, they just gone. I feel like, hey, if I can't connect with y'all, how I'm going to lead you and I don't know you? Sometimes the best thing it is if you leading some people, you got to get to know who you lead. So you know how to handle some stuff. You just, when you know how people are, you just deal. You say, okay, I know how to deal with you now. But if you don't know nobody and some things happen, you be like, well, where did that come from? And a lot of people leave churches because they feel like there's a disconnection between the pastor and the people. You can't call him. You can't go in his office. You got to make an appointment. And if you want to see somebody, he's sending the elders and the bishops and all the other people go. And then you might get to him, and you got to do this and do that. Y'all know the little kids go in my office every day. They come in here, they come straight out. Hey, pastor. Same thing. While adults sitting back talking about, we can't go in there. I would have talked to him, but I'm scared. I don't know. He don't seem like he talk to people. Now I'm just talking to everybody. See how that works? It's a connection. Now, whether or not you want the connection is up to you. But we've got to make it available when people come to the house. And like I said again, this isn't just church. This is in your own house. You got to sometimes look at your own house and say, what's your love language? What you think yours is? You ought to take these things home and talk about it. What do you think yours is? Husbands need to ask their wives, what in the world is your love language? So I know how to stay out of trouble. So I figure out, you know, I mean, and then you talking about you supposed to know. You supposed to know by now? No, because you keep getting mad at me. I'm trying to figure out why you bipolar. And, you know, you happy one minute, mad the next, and I ain't even did it. Y'all feel like, fellas, y'all feel like that. Like, man, I don't even know. See? Trying to figure out if I need to get you on some medication, because you just happy and sad in the same day. Do you understand? So no need nothing else. Yeah. But when we communicate, when we talk to each other, and you say, you know what, I expect this. And then you say, well, you know what, this is what I expect. You say, oh, that's all? All right, now we happy. Now the kids looking like, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all ain't arguing no more? We on the same page. She want flowers. I'll go pick some dandelions. I don't have a problem with that. That's what you want, that's what I'm gonna do. You know, you just want me to say you look nice every now and then? I will say that. If that's all it takes. It makes you happy. That's your love language. That's what I'll do. Ask the kids, what is it? What's your love language? If they don't say they want to receive gifts, don't give them nothing. If they say they want quality time, just stay at home with them all day. And make them sick. I'm like, I'm just tired. Okay, you can leave now. No, we're going to spend all day together. They'll never say quality time again. They'll be like, okay, I want extra service or something, do something for me. Pay a bill or something. But these things are some things that we need to really look at. And then again, our demonstration of love has to be shown as we read in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through 8. This is how we show people that we love. And our love is demonstrated. You can't say I love, you love and don't love people. Love is an action word, right? So I can't just say, yeah, I have love. Well, how do you show it? I mean, I got it. Here it is. I'm a loving person. But you never show it. And if can't nobody else tell you a loving person, in a sense, we got a lot to do. So the more we talk about it, the more we need to examine ourselves and see what is it that I haven't quite got yet. And all of us can look at that list of stuff and say, yeah, that ain't me yet. Yeah, I'm not right there yet. I'm almost at that one, but that's not me yet either. But the more we talk about it, you start working on it. So when I say it, I mean it. And when we say this is the place where love happens, if you look around us, that's what everything is boiling down to now. Nobody love nobody no more. There's no love anywhere. In the homes, in the families, in the friendships, in schools, even in the church. And so people are scrambling trying to figure out, where can I get what I'm looking for? And you talking about how the church is going to grow. I don't care how I preach. If I flip down the aisle and do cartwheels and all that stuff, if we ain't got no love in here, I'm going to just be flipping by myself. Y'all talking about I want to see that, and I ain't going to even try it. I can tell they're laughing a little too much over there. I ain't even going to try it. They talking, we'll pay to see that. But when we got love in the house, everybody should be cartwheeling. When people come back and see what y'all seeing is, we're not experiencing what you call outside growth. We're experiencing inside growth. And people are coming back home. But the only reason they come back home is you want to come back where love is. Amen. So when they come back, you don't want to bring up what had happened. You just want to say, welcome home with open arms. Amen. You want to come on back? Come on back.
That's it.
No, they ain't going to come up to the front. But they back. Isn't that a good thing? No, they ain't going to come and tell you their whole story. You don't need to know it no way. You ain't going to tell yours. You ain't going to tell yours, they ain't going to tell theirs. But because we love everybody unconditionally, you know that that's what it's going to take. Amen. Now, I want you to begin to pray specifically for this church. I'm not being selfish, but I am being selfish because I believe God is about to do some great and wondrous things in the house. As we have been seeing, I'm real cautious to celebrate. I'll tell you why. It's because when you see God move like he's been moving, not only do we see God moving, but the enemy does too. And the worst thing that can happen is that we can get so caught up in the move of God that we allow the enemy to steal our joy. So keep praying for the church that while God is moving, he'll cover us as well. And keep the enemy, not just from the church, keep the enemy from me. Because I don't want to stop what God is doing. I don't want nothing to happen, especially on my watch, that's going to say that God is going to, that something's going to stop the move of God. So we're going to pray that God will continue to move in this house, move among his people, but then keep us with the right mindset. Because it's all about God. And then start praying now for this immediate community. If you will, I'm asking everybody. This ain't no ministry. I'm just asking the church for the next 30 days to pray for this church, for this community, and pray for yourselves. Next 30 days. To just make that your prayer. Just God, cover this church, cover this ministry. Bless the people that we believe that are going to come into the house, and then bless me so that I'm a vessel willing to be used in whatever way that he wants to use me. And then watch God move once we have the same mindset.